Hey everybody, how you got doing here? You can actually see me, and I'm here
Hi,
with my stepdaughter,
Danielle.
and you have no idea what this is about.
No.
No idea why we're doing it. I
I
just asked you to do it. You were nice enough to do it. Then I made you change shirts into a Batman shirt.
did. I got Flashpoint Batman, right? No.
Face palm.
Is that not?
We were
No.
just watching the movie Return of the Joker,
That doesn't help. Is
Batman
it
Beyond.
Batman Beyond?
See here on your shirt where it says Batman Beyond? That
Oh,
could have helped.
that could have helped. Yeah.
Batman Beyond the Wab. Is backwards.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
got it.
all right. So anyway, you have no idea why I did this. I was watching Comic Tom 101 today, and he was talking about a comic book sale. So see this comic book on the screen right here? That is you basically ripped Comic Tom off. Sorry, Comic Tom. All right. But this is Batman issue number 1. Now this is not the first appearance of Batman or Robin. That happened in Detective Comics because Batman was in go here. Detective Comics number 27. That was his first issue. But Batman's only like in it's 64 pages of action.
Yeah.
Batman's only in like 8 of those pages.
Oh.
The rest is like other detectives and other stories. And then Robin, where did the little thing go? There's no little thing here. Okay. This was Robin's first appearance, Detective Comics number 38, the sensational character of Find of the 1940s. So it wasn't that long. It was only, a couple months. This is a reprint because it wasn't from Toys R Us in
No
1940.
way.
No, yeah, a special replica. But Batman number 1 did have the first appearance of this guy, the Joker.
I know him.
And it did have, I don't have a picture for it. It did have the first appearance of Selena Kyle, who was called the Cat, and later she became
Cat woman.
no Poison Ivy.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
Catwoman.
gosh,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
really scared there. Whoever the artist is really liked leg muscles.
Bob Kane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this guy, I mean, Robin's got some serious calves there. Even his knees have muscles.
Yeah, he's pretty beefy. I mean, for 1942, before
Yeah.
there's a lot of steroids and stuff. Good job, Robin.
Good for Robin.
He's doing a lot of leg lifts.
Yeah.
So anyway, this comic in really, really good condition. With white pages, I think 9.4 out of 10. I got to double check that, but it was in the 9s, which is really rare. And just
Is that like
sold.
a paper rating?
It's like a rating of the whole book. Like they give
got
it
it.
condition rating, like quality. So 10.0 is the highest you can get. It's almost impossible to get a 10.0. Like even comics, like when they're made, aren't even a 10.0. So
Well, that's a little rude.
yeah, there are some out there, but it's really hard. 9.8 is usually like that's kind of considered like the best, but so there are a few 10.0s out there. But these books, not so much because no one knew they were going to be valuable back in 1940.
Yeah.
So people didn't take care of them. Also, what huge event happened right after this? We learned about it in social studies.
Oh no, this is gonna make me look dumb.
Both my grandfathers.
World War II.
World War II. And during World War II, they did huge. Hey, Captain America, remember?
Yeah, sure.
Fighting Hydra. During World War II, they did paper drives to recycle paper. And since these weren't that valuable, all these first Superman, first Batman, all these books are called the Golden Age books. They all got recycled, so there just aren't a lot of them out there. Even though there were a lot of them made, there's probably about 1 million of these made, or 800,000. There's not much left. So anyway, one of these in really good condition, just sold at an auction. And so my question for you, and why I wanted you on here, not to just fill your head with useless information about World War II paper drives.
I mean,
that was a goal. I want you to take a guess. What do you think it sold for?
I don't know. Nerds are crazy. No offense, but
we're also very poor.
Yeah.
In fact, look at you. You're wearing a used shirt.
You didn't even buy me a new shirt for our video.
No.
I will say $1,500.
$1,500. Okay. It sold at auction for $2.22 million.
I thought you said nerds were poor.
Yeah, well, not all of us.
What type of rich?
Well, nerds like me are poor. I guess they're rich computer nerds.
Dude,
there's
no.
Yeah.
Did he rob a bank?
All right, there it was a 9.4 white pages copy, which sold for $2.22 million. To
who?
I
want to see the person who did this.
I probably should have read the article. I didn't. I just kind of skimmed through the article, so I'm
Great.
not really sure. Um, Action Comics #1, the first appearance of Superman, that sold a 9.0 sold for 3.2 million in 2014. Do you know that funny story about Action Comics? There was a construction worker who found a copy of Action Comics #1. I think I heard this from Comic Tom too. So sorry, Comic Tom.
It's
But he
okay.
found a copy of Action Comics #1 in a house. They were like ripping down the wall, and he found one shoved in the wall. So probably a kid was like hiding it, or he wasn't allowed to have comics, and he was hiding it and forgot about it and moved. And he brought it home, and the construction worker and his aunt got into an argument over who would have it, and
No,
they
they didn't
fought
rip
with it.
it.
They
No.
ripped the cover, and it decreased the price in half. They got some. They still ended up with like $500,000 or something, but they would have got
They would
more.
have gotten
Yeah.
a million.
You know, a couple things I wanted to show you in this. The first appearance of the Joker wasn't that unique. I wanted to see what you thought of this because the guy, the artist who makes the leg muscles, who people don't really like him now because he like stole people's ideas and copied them, and
Like us with Comic Tom.
exactly, yeah,
Great.
we're the Bob Kane of YouTube. He still there's a whole Hulu documentary all about
What Bob Kane stole.
yeah, Bob Kane, how he ripped off this guy Bill Finger and all this stuff. Because I think it's on here. Oh, I think it's on here. Oh, this is the comic, right? This is
Yeah.
the 9.4, right? And I think is it on here? No. Bob Kane originally, like his idea for it was Birdman instead of Batman, and he wore red, and he didn't have cowl. He had just like a domino mask, and Bill Finger was like, "No, why don't you do this and do
Thank
that?"
God for Bill Finger.
And then Bob Kane's like, "Yeah, I thought of it. Leonardo da Vinci inspired me." Yeah. And so there's a Hulu documentary all about how Bill Finger's finally getting the credit because his granddaughter sued like Warner Brothers.
Good for her.
Yeah. So it's really good. We should watch it one time. But anyway, the Joker was actually based off a actor who was in a 1920s silent movie
The
called
guy
The Man
who
Who
did the
Laughed.
Grinch.
So I just wanted to see what you thought of this guy.
I was hoping. Who's
Say,
the guy who's that's the
Conrad
Grinch?
Veidt is the guy's name.
Got it.
And let's see. There he is. What do you think?
He's a little scary looking.
Yeah.
I mean, I see the resemblance to Joker. They got that spot on, but geez, what was the movie about?
See? Yeah. I think the movie was about a guy whose face gets distorted and he's got that constant smile, and then people like ostracize him. Yeah, not sure. It also had the first appearance of Selena Kyle. She's like showing some leg and some like this is scandalous for 1940s. Like
Kane loved his
I know.
leg muscles.
It makes you wonder why Batman like just hung out with Robin instead of Catwoman. Like,
well,
it makes you wonder. But in this, Batman captures Catwoman. She's disguised as an old woman. What does he say? Let go of me, quiet, or Papa Spank. Wow. Why Batman? That is not cool in today's Papa Spank. I wonder if he ever said that to Robin.
Poor
too.
Robin, yeah.
Robin's like, yeah, do what he says. Be quiet. He's like, where do you think I got these leg muscles from? All right. The Papa Spank here. Oh, that should have been a good instead of Papa Smurf, they could have Papa Spank. Everybody
yeah, because
run.
that would have rolled over well.
Yeah, that would not have been good. But anyway, so she's disguised as an old woman right before Papa Spanks. And I'm sorry, what's the use now? I know when I'm licked. Go ahead. Whew, no wonder you wanted to steal them. They're perfect. $500,000. Wow, he can't. She's robbing jewels that today wouldn't even buy the comic that they're in.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Irony. Amazing. All right. But anyway, so she was she's disguised as an old lady robbing these jewels on a yacht. And then recently Tom King was a writer and he wrote almost 100 issues of Batman. And in that issue, they're god awful and I hate them. And some people like them, but I dislike them. And they did this whole thing where Batman and Catwoman kept talking about their first appearance. Where is it? Oh, right here. Is it here? they kept going. See, they're kissing. They ended up not getting married. See, he's like, oh, remember the first time we met? You know, I remember you on the boat when your mask came off. You were, you were, you are lovely. What? On the boat? No, Bat, remember, we met on the street, and they go back and forth like issue after issue. It was on a boat. It was on the street. It was on a boat. It was on a street. Like page after page, issue after issue. It's nauseating. And then they like do this thing where they like have like a rebirth, or they're like reconnecting and on a beach, and like we met on a beach, and it's like, oh, okay, but man, they took us.
It's
Yeah,
a
see that
roller
look on your
coaster.
face? Yeah,
Wait, so
yeah.
was his entire comic book series just about whether they met on a boat or a street?
No, there was some
Or
other
was it
stuff.
just this issue?
Flashpoint Batman was in there, and Alfred gets his neck broken. Spoilers, sorry. You know, Alfred dies.
He dies?
Yeah, they
Did
killed
Superman
Alfred.
break it?
No, Bane broke it.
Bane.
Yeah, it was
Honestly,
just awful.
I'm used to the cartoon Bane, so the fact that Bane would actually hurt someone is kind of.
Why do I not get a chair? Does that sound like Bane at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does a good Bane impression.
Yeah. So what else? Oh, so what I was going to tell you was
You haven't gotten to that yet?
No, I'm like way lost here. I think this comic, let's go back to it. Not this actual comic right here, but another Batman #1. I think I was in the same room as a Batman #1. It's like moment because the college that you may or may not go to, Duke University, they have a huge comic book and graphic novel collection.
Really?
And they had a big poster, and it had Batman #1 on it. And I'm like, oh, am I in the same room as Batman #1? First off, check out this library. Where is the library? Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Okay, never mind. I thought, oh, there it is. Isn't that, look at the library. Isn't that an awesome library? Yeah. This is why Duke, we got to go on a tour at Duke University. And all this COVID stuff is there. Maybe,
it's like Hogwarts.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I was in here with all these, really smart people. I was there for like one day for like a training. Aww. And they're like, you don't belong here. I'm like, but there's a comic book I want to look at. And they're like, get out of here, sir. I'm like, no. But anyway, they have a collection, the Edwin and Terry Murray collection. And I was like, my name's Terry, and they're like, get out of here, sir. All right. These people, they had a collection of 55,000 comic books from the 1930s to the 2000s, and they donated them all to.
They donated them?
To Duke University.
Why the heck would they donate them?
Yeah. And so.
People are such idiots.
There's a whole vlog going on, or blog on here about all the collection and cataloging it. See, there's a Flash comic. I think that might be the first Black Canary. Maybe not. I don't know. But that's really old. Look, see, it's the Jay Garrick Flash with the tin helmet.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah. So, yeah. How cool would that be? Like, that's your job, to categorize all these comic books.
Yeah, that's what you should have done.
I should have. Yeah. So I think the issues was there, and I don't know. I have to look. I don't know if they donated the books while they were still alive or after they died. But either way, you called them idiots.
Yeah,
so
well,
yeah.
I mean, it's just like, get the money if you have it. Like, Duke will pay.
Yeah, but if you have, like, here's a Wonder Woman comic they have, sensation comic. If you already are super rich and you're going to die, and you have enough money to like give to your relatives and stuff, like,
if you ever become rich enough that you have like these extra assets laying around, they're still going to me. You're not giving them away to other people.
I don't want to say anything personally about Terry and Edwin because I don't know them, but if I get personally rich or someone else gets personally rich and they know they've done bad things, they may want to like donate before they die to earn some brownie points to get into, Valhalla or Nirvana or heaven or whatever.
Imagine they get into heaven just because they donated.
What if they get up to heaven and God was like, where are the comic books? This is why I brought you here. And then they're like, oh, no, and like, burn in hell, you comic book donating good people who were. So you've called them idiots and I've damned them to burn in hell.
You also call them
Yeah.
comic book donating good people, though, so I think
Oh,
that's
well, there's
the
a-
most
well-
slanderous thing that's been said on their names.
That should be on their tombstone. All right. So we are we done?
I guess so.
I guess so. So anyway, your your guess of, what did you say, 15,000?
1,500.
1,500.
Yeah.
So if I would have had that book and you would have seen it and someone said, I'll give you 1,500 for it, you would have been like, done.
Sold!
Yeah. I don't have that book.
That's unfortunate. You should really get on that and get that.
I will.
If anyone would like to donate a Detective Comics issue #1 to us, that would be appreciated.
It would. That's not the book we're talking about. But I appreciate that.
Batman issue
Batman
#1. Detective Comics 2, though, because does that one sell?
Well, Batman's first appearance was Detective Comics number 27.
Well, who's
So
in
that would
Detective
be
Comics #1?
Slam Brady. And
Okay, so maybe we don't care about that one.
well, we could do a video on that, but Slam Brady goes into Chinatown and the depiction of Asian Americans.
That sounds a little racist coming from the 40s.
It's incredibly insensitive, politically incorrect. Any negative thing you could use for it, yeah.
So maybe we don't want Detective Comics #1.
No, you can keep that racist piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Give us Batman #1.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So in the comments below, leave the address for where we could pick it up. And Danielle,
Little rendezvous. That's a wrap.
that's a wrap.